Hi, good evening. I'm making 2 videos in a row because I'm not gonna be having enough space in my schedule or my energy to do another video in English in a while. So I haven't been on in a while because a lot has been happening, and a lot's been happening around here and in my field. So I just quickly wanted to introduce my new book to you. It's in Serbian at the moment. It's still in the making. This is not a final version. I just received a version, um, an example of how it's going to look to see for the mistakes, the errors it needs to undergo editing. And I have been working on it since 2002 or 3, because basically this is what I've been writing since 2018, because these are the stories from my sessions that I've been posting as sessions wisdom on my social networks to kind of uh, bring closer to people what's happening in the session itself. So I decided at one point that I'm going to use this and create it into a book. So it took a while to collect all of them and to put them on paper and to edit them to make them look as a book, to make it sound as a book, as short stories. So the title that is in Serbian, it's not going to be the same in English. So it's going to be soul weaving, insights from regression therapy and experiences of a regression therapist, which is the subtitle. And this is how it's look. It's about the soul. Actually, I'm not guiding people through all of the steps of the process of the entire session, because this is not a manual or a book for learning or the process. It's not a book for it's not a teaching help. It's more for people to get introduced with this kind of therapy and be to bring them closer what actually happens in a session and the experiences of people that undergo a session, because most of them are either afraid or have misconceptions, misunderstandings, and somebody told them something that is not true. So I wanted more people to get to get a hold of an experience of other people. There are 159 sessions. It's not a transcript of a session, it's a short version with most significant moments and highlights and some messages, because at the end of the session usually there are messages that come through from guides or client soul or council of elders for them. But I just saw that they're kind of also directed towards collective consciousness, and that other people can receive that message and can find themselves in it. So a lot of people actually already found inspiration and help through this. So I just think that it can be a good tool for others to get introduced with what's going on in a session. It has 169 pages, and yeah, this is the back, and it has a little bit about a soul on the back, or what's a soul. And yeah, this is how it looks like. I don't know here. There are a lot of short versions, short stories, and this is how it's looking in the inside. And I have a yeah. So I'm basically not saying so. I haven't transcribed all of the process, and I haven't explained to people all of the steps of the process. It's just experience of a client and what was significant with the experience and what was the message of the experience, what was the learning point of that experience. Uh, and that I found it kind of became in the form of a wisdom. So this is why I gave it a title like that. And yeah, a lot of people at the beginning wrote to me when they felt something, a pull in their heart, or when they found something similar of their own things that are going through in life in the session. So yeah, I just that was the general idea of this book, to introduce this type of therapy to maybe broader audience, or to find for it to find a way to the people that need something like that, whether as a client or uh, a supporter, or somebody who is going to be learning about it or doing it themselves. It doesn't really matter. I didn't have an intention for it to be a manual, but it's a bigger format. It looks like I don't know, kind of book, a manual that you use in school or at university, and that's because it has less pages. When it's a smaller format, it has more pages, and it doesn't look really good on the inside, and it's not readable. It's not. This is the format that's actually a little bit more readable. So it's only because of the visual part, but I don't know, maybe there is some hidden reason that it looks like a manual uh, from some higher perspective that I don't know yet about. So that was the idea. I don't have a publisher. I did this myself, and I was working on it for a year. I, you know, from the moment when I decided that I'm gonna make a publication from it, it took a year. I had to just sit for, I don't know, 3 to 4 months to just write it down and then edit everything. So I was reading through it for 2 or 3 times, and I just couldn't do it anymore. So I waited a little bit. So it waited for a recension, recension. I don't know the word in English. Um, an insight, uh, a forward from somebody who is doing the same kind of therapy, and an expert. So I waited for something like that for 6 months from one person that I asked for it to do it, and I didn't receive it, so I gave it to another person. Then it waited a little bit longer. I got that, but then it waited a little bit for front page and formatting and everything that needs to happen for editing for a book to be published, actually. And now it has to undergo word proofing and editing in Serbian language. So I don't have an English version yet. It's translated, but I need to edit it myself, read it myself, and edit everything so that I make it presentable. And then it needs to undergo editing by somebody who is a native English speaker. That I still need to find who that is going to be, because it's an extensive work, actually. And this all costs a little bit, and it takes quite a bit of your time, so it took a while until this happened. But yeah, besides that, it's since 2018. It took a while for it to form. And so given that there are 159 sessions written here, so these are not all of the sessions, all of the clients that ever came to me. Obviously I had a lot more clients because I've been working since 2015, but I haven't decided. I'm gonna write in the beginning. When I decided I'm gonna do that, I had to ask all of my clients. So if somebody said that I can't, that they don't want their session posted publicly, I didn't write about it. So it's not on social networks, and it's not in the book. And if somebody didn't like what I wrote there, because I was adding some things, as you know, a writer would, I I didn't do that. Excuse me. I didn't publish that either. So I mean, basically, if a client objected, I didn't. That's not published. So all of the sessions that are here are um, all of the clients have been asked if I can post a session, and all of them gave permission for that. And some of them actually also uh, read through it and gave a permission after they read it for it to be um, published, or I don't know, some wanted it deleted. So the ones that wanted their session deleted, I deleted it, so it's not there. So basically, these are it's a co-creation with all of my clients. That's what I'm saying. And another thing is that in the beginning, I just wasn't so in detail, but in time I became the sessions became more complex, and I started writing more and more of what was going on in there. So it's basically more about some significant moments, about past lives, and about some moments from the higher planes, when there were some messages, some healing moments, or some messages or interesting moments when they were speaking about the dimensions or the planets or stuff like that, and some other interesting things from the collective consciousness, or the moments that have been happening to us globally since 2000 and 1920 and up until now. So yeah, and I'm just presenting it in this way. I'm going to be making more videos and more explanations around this when I actually finish it. This is a soft cover, but it's going to have it's going to look the same, and the format will be the same, the content will be the same, but it needs wordproof and editing inside, and it needs uh, it, it's going to be different. It's not going to be the soft cover, it's going to be a little bit harder, so that it doesn't break when you read it. I don't have a publisher. I've been doing this myself. So my clients and me, we are the authors, and all of the people who participated in it. I've been trying. I spoke to some editors, publishers. Some were not interested. Some wanted me to pay a huge amount of money for it, which I didn't have. So I just waited for the right moment and right people. It costed a little bit, so I invested in this. It didn't all come for free, so it's not like my friends did all this for me. No, I paid some experts to do some stuff, but not as much as some other people wanted. So you waited for the right people to be included into this. So it's not in bookstores, and for now it's not going to be in bookstores, because no publishers were interested in it. Maybe in the future I get some people who are willing to cooperate with me, we'll see. But for now, it's my edition, so it can be ordered with me and through me, so you write to me. And for now, I don't have copies for sale, because it's still an example. But for the Serbian version, I'm accepting orders, and creating a waiting list. For English version, yes, too, but it's gonna take a while because there's a lot of text. It's all text in here, so it's gonna be taking me some time to go through all this. Basically, I'm writing another book in English, so it's going to take a little bit, a couple of months probably. And I have other things to do, so I can't invest all my time in this. It's going to be taking a little bit before it comes in English. So afterwards, when I finish that, for all of the things, editing and everything that needs to happen, that I already have now. Unlike for Serbian edition, but for English edition, it's going to be taking a little bit of time. So, I mean, if there's anybody who's interested, I'm open for orders and cooperations, and you can write to me here in comments, or send an email, or I don't know, my social networks. But yeah, I'm going to be posting it eventually in, I'm going to be creating a PDF format for online downloading, and I'm going to be posting that, but it's going to take that. I'm going to inform people about it, and once I have a final edition, I'm going to make another video about it. So yeah, that's what I wanted to present tonight and say, because I was really happy, because I've been, for the last couple of months, I've been in this process. So they were kind of, we were finishing the way it's going to be looking, the final version, and I saw the front page and everything when they sent it to me by on in emails, and so online version, but they sent a copy because they're in another city, we're not in the same city, and they sent it to me so that I can see it and then, you know, do final editing. And in the meanwhile, I got some bad news, and I'm still integrating that, and a lot of things are going on around here in Serbia, in city at the moment. For those who are English speakers and are here, you know what's going on. For those that are not, I mean, yesterday there has been a big protest. There are protests that are going on for 7 months now, and um, there's been a big protest in March that I mentioned in my previous video, and I haven't been making any videos since because I've been in healing mode for myself from some energies, and I'm working on my neural networks and nervous system, and it's working differently in my different, I'm feeling different parts of my body, and I'm reacting differently towards different energies, and I literally can't, you know, go outside and be with some energies, and it's beginning to be quite a little bit impossible to avoid them lately. So yeah, yesterday there's been another big protest in Belgrade, and there's been clashes with the civilian citizens and the police, and as an answer to the protest, today they blocked many different parts in the city and in other cities, so that the public transportation is not going, and no cars are going, so they want everything to stop because they have been arresting people, mainly students, on the streets yesterday and raiding their apartments today. And I just literally today went out to walk, and when I was coming back, there was like, they were all over, they were in the main street, but they're just around the corner, outside of my apartment. And I went outside to see what's going on. I don't know why I did that, and I was literally outside for 5 minutes, but when I was coming back, the car ran into them, and there were kids sitting, lying on the pavement, not on the concrete there, and it just, because they had containers and they had other stuff that they placed, so they trashed all that. I don't know if anybody was hurt because I was like couple of meters away. It was behind me, but I felt below, like energy below and outside, and I just literally started having pain here and here. So there are things going on in the astral plane, and I haven't had a good night's sleep since 2018 because there have been things happening on an astral plane since then. And I know I've been talking or trying to talk about it, but now some things are visible on the physical plane, and yeah, I've been warned many times not to go outside when these things start happening, but I just, you know, it's like around the corner, around here, and yeah, so it's gonna be a rough night tonight. It's been very rough since last 7 months on some planes, and yeah, energies have not been that good around here, and I feel it very much. I don't know what I'm going to dream about. I'm going to possibly see tonight in my dreams what actually happened in another dimension there. But I keep saying to people who are doing things like this that this is what's happening on a physical plane is a reflection of what's happening in the astral plane. There are big battles happening there. Yeah, it's still not resolved anything there. So some of us have a bigger role there and have to be more alert, and I'm one of those. And yeah, I've been given messages lately in very in various ways. I'm looking for the right word. Tonight was one of those. And although I mean nothing happened to me, I'm just worried about those people. They started running off to the car because they wanted to catch him and they wanted to pick up a fight with him, with her or him. It's possibly a him, but it was. I came back from being really upset, and I just didn't want to give up on making this video because it was another distraction from it, and I haven't made any video lately. Yeah, but I'm just giving you all this. I mean, I'm after saying everything about this book, but I just need you. I just wanted to give an example, a little bit of a glimpse of what are we going through here, and why am I not showing my face as often as I used to? And you can see that I'm not in the best edition myself. It's really hot and it's humid, and I don't feel like doing. Besides that, in the meantime, I had another before this, like a week ago, I had a news about a friend, um, member of my team, a very close member of my team. We were close at one point. I haven't been in contact with him for a year, but we have been very close, and he died 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago now, or more. He died the day before my birthday, and I'm still processing that, and I don't know what to make of it, because I don't know what. I know everything that led to it, because he told me that he got sick, but he wasn't sick when we were communicating, and everything that happened astrally and everything that led to him to be led astray and be in the path where he would get sick. I witnessed, and most of the things that were happening now, since I received this news, that were happening with my body and an energy that I was feeling, I'm understanding where was that coming from now, and what was that, and I'm still processing that, and I don't feel good about it. I mean, I don't think I'll ever feel good about it, but I'm not looking like myself either. Lately, with all of the energies, like literally now, when I went outside, I became instantly, when this happened, I became instantly swollen when I walked around these energies. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I have to avoid some things energetically, and sometimes I can't. And the amount of heavy energy around here, it's becoming a lot bigger to handle than usual. And with all this that I said, yeah, I'm still processing that experience, and I'm still integrating it. I can't say that I'm grieving, but I've grieved it already, because we kind of parted 2 years before all this happened, and although I was warned about the possible outcome, not knowing exactly how, I didn't really believe myself and my information, but I'm kind of, so yeah, it doesn't. I wanted to make a video, a longer video about how on being authentic and being yourself in all these energies and what that really entails. And also I want to speak about this, and I wanted, should I say, mention everything that I actually witnessed. So yeah, I'm not ready to do that, and I'm not in the energy to speak about becoming your vision and being who you really are, because all of this, that disrupted me a little bit, and it, kind of led me in another direction. And I know these are all distractions, and I have to be maintain focus on my guides and my mission, my path, and my work and my talents and becoming my vision. But with all of this happening outside, especially when I constantly witness people who are members of my team, and this hasn't happened to me only once, it happened, this is the second time it happens, regarding the other one is not, didn't die, but it's now, it's kind of, although knowing everything I know and how some souls at this moment choose to leave this plane because the energies are really heavy and they can't maintain their mission, and especially if their energy is so damaged, and their bodies become damaged without enough amount of energy, so they can decide to exit the game because they can't perform their mission anymore. It's still, I have this heaviness in my heart, because I'm wondering if I could have done more, because I just wonder if there would have been a different outcome if I could have done something more. So I just guess if there could have been a different outcome, there would be a different outcome. It's just that kind of process that I'm in, and it's not as bad as it was last week, but it's still ongoing. And now tonight, this that happened, I'm just a little bit tired of the energies constantly wanting to enter my space, my channel, and being really aggressive and disruptive in it, whether in my dreams or something like that. And beginning lately, I've been feeling like I can't go outside anywhere without running into something. And there was also something last week, but it doesn't really matter because that's dealt with already. Lately, there's something all the time, and I'm still processing this. I'm observing it because all this energy just lifted up, and it's in my head, and I'm having some process around here. So yeah, I'm not feeling in energetic space to be able to speak from a place of encouragement for, being who you really are and becoming a vision, because it's lately that's becoming so hard. And I don't, I mean, it's always been hard for me, but it has never been as hard as now. So yeah. Now On that note, at one point I was told, like this spring, I was told that since when we go to sleep, and it's not like, well, if we observe the hour, the clock, it's still the same. We have 12 hours at a day. 12, I mean, 24 hours, but 12 hours of a day and 12 hours of night, of evening, night. But they just told me that it's not like that. When we go to sleep, and when we wake up next morning, whether we slept 5, 8, 10, or 15 hours, or an hour, it doesn't really matter, because from one day between the next day, it's the amount of time that actually passes is equals 2 years. So the time has speeded up its pace. We don't observe it like this, because in the physical plane it's still going slower, and it looks like nothing has changed, but many things have shifted and changed, and they're still coming down, materializing. And the amount of time that actually passed by, it's like the feeling is like between today and tomorrow is not one day, it's 2 years. I don't know how to explain this, because I don't have the words to explain this. So the time accelerated, and we're maintaining this um, um, outlook on reality, so to be able to go through these changes, some in body and some not. And yeah, but this is something I'm going to speak in another video when I find my, you see the energy shifted now. But and all of this, including the news that I've received and everything, it's just that outer changes, and actually the way the changes are perceived and experienced, and they, most of it are obstructions, outer obstructions, and something to keep you focused on the external, and focused on this pull to keeping everything the same. So it's an obstruction. Am I making sense? I don't sound like I'm making sense. So yeah, it's just, I've been going through a lot of different things inside of me for the last couple of months, and I've been healing my energy from that. Well, my energy was also damaged like that, into what happened 2 years ago, and only now I became aware that I'm healing these astral wounds that I had, and yeah, it just makes me sad. And I know it's the echo of the old energy leaving and of the past, but it just makes me feel like, when are everything's going to be, are there any happy outcomes for people who are light workers, and who are this deep into dismantling the old structures and the energies of heavy energies, and from native people? So everything that's been going on lately doesn't feel like it, and I don't want to sound like this now, but yeah, it kind of pushed me a little bit back. Maybe that was what the general idea was, to push you back, but I still need, and I've been focused on something else, and other things and other people in my life, but it's still heavy on my heart. So I mean, And yeah, I'm gonna put one more focus around here. This is on soul weaving, and this is what I should focus on and do. And um, I'm gonna see you next time when I have a bit more to say about other things that I wanted to speak about from a point of soul. And at the moment, in my surroundings around here, the energies are not so good and not so supportive of that. So, as you can see by the way I'm presenting myself. So, see you next time, and thank you for your interest and patience. Stay well.